All right, wrestling fans, here's what we've all been waiting for, the finals of the 3 levels of the dual team state tournament here in Bloomington. On our mat, you're going to get a chance to see Montini High School from up in Lombard. Can they win their 10th title in the last 12 years? They'll be against an upstart program from Yorkville looking for their first title. And on paper, Dan, we've talked about all day long, this Montini group just looks super strong. They'll be in the gold singlets tonight. Yorkville will be in the silver singlets with the red trim, and we're starting at 152 pounds. And our third place match down there in the back mat, Bloomington High School will be against Antioch competing for third place. Bloomington will be in the all-black singlets with the B on them. I guess the easiest way to look at it, I guess the Antioch kids will be in the black singlets with the Lehigh stripes, might be how you're going to tell them apart. Bloomington will be green down there. Up here in front of us, Montini will be in green. So we're starting at 152. Dan, tell us a little background about what we can expect to see here in our state championship.
Well, again, we're going to have problems knowing, which kid is which from each team. But I think that this is the bigger Bass, Clayton Bass, who's their normal 152-pounder. He's, state placer, pretty tough kid. For Montini, not really sure. They weighed in a kid named John Sullivan at 145, Luke Fortuna at 145, and Xavier Montalvo at 152. So not really sure on the matchup here, but, we talked about, Yorkville. They're strong with the Bass brothers. They have Pozig, they have Sharp, they have Hurt, and they have Gonzalez. So those are kind of their big guns, but Montini really pretty much has a lineup full of big guns.
Yep, Montini had 13 individual state qualifiers, 9 places, so obviously they're loaded. Yorkville does have the early lead here, 2-0 first period off the early takedown. And we've commented all day long how these kids from Yorkville get on top and they just ride heck out of you. Get that leg thrown, get in real tight, and they give him a stalemate there. Again, on the other mats, Oak Park River Forest and Sandberger wrestling in the championship duel down on AAA. Class A, Lena Winslow and Leroy. So you've got some great matchups going on tonight. Again, got the leg in. And this is where, like Danny said, Yorkville's got to make some progress here early on. There's some of their better kids are up at the top tonight, and they need to get possibly an early lead to maybe put some pressure on this Montini team. But Coach Martinez got a great team this year, and, it's going to be tough to beat them, as you'll see.
Yeah, so after the first period in the first match here at 152, we have Bass from Yorkville winning 2-0. So, again, you're Yorkville. This is a good match for you to start out with because it's one of your better kids, one of your leaders. And maybe before you run into kind of the onslaught of Montini's kids, you can come up with a couple wins and maybe try to steal the momentum and then steal a couple matches.
Yeah, the referees for the night match refereeing the state finals, Jeff Sorensen out of Bloomington, John Churchill out of Morton, and we believe it's Ron Vermillion out of Crystal Lake. And they had an opportunity to do that tremendous duel down the Sandberg-Glenbard North duel earlier and did a great job keeping that one under control because, as you all saw, it was a great finish to it. And again, now they get to move up and referee the Class AA State Finals Championship. So tribute to them as referees as far as their skills and so on. If they were selected to do the state finals here.
Over on mat 4, 0-0 in the second period between Antioch and Bloomington at 152 pounds.
So again, those are two, I like to call them up-and-coming programs that maybe haven't been here before. First chance to come down, get themselves a team trophy. And it makes it great for the sport that new kids are getting a chance to be down here and do some things. And we talked about them quite a bit earlier today. And again, all night long, you're going to hear all these fanatic Class A fans yelling and screaming because they're all sitting right next to us. And you can't see it from the pictures, but this side's just filled with the people from Lena, Winslow, and Leroy. Again, we're 3-0 now, 54 seconds left, second period.
Back-to-back pens on the Class A mat, and this place is going crazy. So, it's going to get loud every once in a while if you can hear the background noise. And Bass kind of in on a shot here. The Montini kid's trying to scoot and sit the corner.
Both of them looking for a stalemate eventually, I think. Not much action going on.
Bass is trying to get his head underneath and come up now.
Exactly, good call.
Try to reach around.
And again, I know
20 seconds.
Some of you northern people kind of pick on the Class A fans. You got to go over and watch some of that if you get bored tonight, because it's just great to see the way this whole town's out here to support their programs.
And Bass picks up the takedown. There's 10 seconds left in the period. He's got a 5-0 lead. So he's going to ride out probably here to close out the second period. And again, so a good start for Yorkville so far. Kind of one of their marquee guys. Get them off to a good start in this duel. Montini's going to pick neutral going into the third.
Yeah, they've watched these kids all day long, and they understand how tough Yorkville is on top, so he wants to be up there where they're neutral and maybe more in their power type of position. Again, in on a shot. Boy from Yorkville's countered, got the ankle, hips are back. Going to be tough for the Montini boy to score here.
Bass is going to keep that ankle and try to come around the corner. He hooks the leg for the takedown, so 7-0 now, minute and 25 to go in the match.
Here's where he's got to look for the major. He's pretty much dominated. Can he turn him to get the extra point, or does he have to cut him? What do you think about 45 seconds? His coaches will have him make a decision.
Yeah, he's awful tough on top, so, I mean, you'll have to.
He's got that half buried again.
He's cranking here. If he doesn't get called for potential, there it was.
It's a bad thing about that power half. You get it in too tight, and it becomes potentially dangerous.
See, right here, a minute and 5 left. I'm not so sure I wouldn't just cut him here, and then once you take him down again, you can look to turn him, but he's going to stay on him.
Again, just a clinic ride these kids put on. Stay with their hips on top. Notice how he's trying to slide that leg in, and once it's in, it's not coming off from what we've seen all day long. Down on the far mat there, 1-1 with a minute and 25 left in the third period. Again, Bloomington the easiest way, Antioch's in the singlets with the stripes on the side, and they're red on your scoreboard. And now
the Yorkville kids got it tied up pretty tight, but they're going to break it.
It became illegal.
Now he's kind of in a questionable situation if he's looking for the major, because now he pretty much has to put him on his back with a 7-1 lead.
Boy from Montini comes to his feet. Returns him. Watch how he tries to slide this leg in. If he can pop his head out and the boy builds up. Look at his right leg, how it's ready to come firing in. Again, keeps working to get it there. Now he's
5 seconds.
Looking to turn him. Not going to work, though. He's going to take a 7-1 lead.
So Yorkville's going to take a 3-0 lead here in the dual meet and state championship match against Montini.
Yeah, somebody ought to take a picture of that. I don't think it's very often Montini's been behind in a duel this year, so that would be a big plus for Yorkville with the early lead. Now we'll go to 160.